Unshakable. Thanks so much for being here. This is going to be a true godsend for you at this time, especially if you feel as if you've had blockages. You may have some type of delays when it comes to what it is that you want or see for your life. So, the reason why it's important to not necessarily worry about forcing your intentions or being concerned about it is because it requires flow. When you are manifesting, when you're praying, when you're meditating on what it is that you want, although some aspects of those things are beginning to come into fruition, that full embodiment of what it is that you're manifesting, it takes time. And sometimes it can be instantaneous, but it's just about where you are spiritually. It is about how you can align your subconscious and your conscious mind, meaning some of the things that you're still seeing that was in your former life, some of those things may still project into your life, meaning like a projector screen, like all those things you've taken in, all those thoughts, all those belief patterns, all those ideas. Just because at this moment you have shifted, you have to also realize that your subconscious mind is also shifting with that thing too. So it's going to require you to really persist. It's going to require you to have unshakable good faith in what it is that you want, and knowing that if you're putting forth good intentions, even if you drop the ball at times, even if you make mistakes, practice on being better. That next hour, that next minute, that next second, do your best to cultivate the type of experience you want to have, because that's what's going to be projected into reality. And before we get into these affirmations, I want to share a little bit in regard to something that I've experienced, because I have, I don't know it all. I'm not a clinician, I'm not a doctor, I just happen to be MD. Maybe I'm a spiritual doctor or something, but the creator has bestowed these experience on me because I was able to get through these situations. I was able to manifest myself into different great experiences in my life. And sometimes I realize that when I begin to focus more so on the negative, when I begin to focus more so on the circumstances, the free radicals that happen outside of me, those external things, it began to take me further and further away from the type of vibration I needed to be in. That is an illusion of society. That's an illusion of a fallen state of the matrix, is that there's things that's going to be happening that you may wonder, like, why are these things happening? Like, why am I having to experience these things? But more often than not, this is only a test. You can get through these things. You can get through the experiences. Like literally, you could lose your car. You can get a repo. You can lose your home. Unfortunately, some people even lose access to things that they really valued. But you have the ability to bring those things back better. But it's about you training your mind to bend at your will, not the other way around. You are really the navigator. So by understanding that your mind is that supercomputer, put what it is that you want to operate within your computer system. So if you're focusing more so on the latest drama and gossip, and look, I understand we all may have, got sucked into pop culture, into, what these celebrities are doing. But at the same token, you have to understand that oftentimes, these people are just normal everyday people. And by focusing outside of yourself, you get yourself more so away from what it is that you want to see in your reality. And again, you begin to imprint certain things in your mind that you're taking in. So it's like if you are putting in all this junk about the opposite type of life that you want, like if you're engaging in a lot of drama, if you're engaging in a lot of untrustworthiness and all this drama, that life can present itself, then more than likely you're going to begin to see these things projected within to your reality. If you're focusing on people that are experiencing lack and hopelessness and people feeling defeated, that too is going to be mirrored within your reality. So you begin to shift out of that when you realize that, hey, that's not what I want. What I want to do is be very conscientious about what it is that I'm consuming, not only when it comes to the food you're taking in, but what you're taking into your eyes and your ear gates is so important. And I know this is going to be a sentiment that only the real will um, really appreciate, because a lot of to what is happening in society is that when you engage in a lot of the things that are projected in society, these things are kind of like social markers. Like, it is kind of like a status thing. Like, if you're engaged in certain things, you are connecting socially with others. And so spirit is calling you to understand that you do not have to be a part of the crowd. You're meant to be called out. And if you're called out, if you're an elect of God, if you are, definitely, if you realize that you can actually manifest, you have this great power about yourself and this presence, this gift that you can manifest and attract certain things in your life. Persist in your affirmations and really feel these things. If you need to, say your affirmations throughout the day, do so. On my on on my channel here, I have so many different um, videos where you can listen to affirmations if you have trouble with cultivating certain affirmations for yourself. I do offer a service, and you can inbox me, and I will invoice you in regards to your own cultivated affirmations. But by getting in the habit of during the day, listening to your affirmations, wherever you are, even before you go to sleep, definitely taking advantage of those theta waves that you can really supplant your subconscious mind. But this is how you get into the habit of experiencing having this good faith in regard to what it is that you want and persisting in it. Let's go ahead and get started on a few affirmations. And we're going to go with a few because although this can be an exhaustive list, you want to really focus, because the true power, according to a lot of the greats, including Neville Goddard, Abdullah, and many other, Esther Hicks, Jerry Hicks, Bob Proctor, all of these people, even Les Brown. I mean, the list can go on and on. However, it's just about the power, like getting the feeling of really feeling these affirmations. So this is why it's sometimes best to have a condensed list of what type of affirmation you want to focus on. And since right now we're talking about not forcing your affirmations, but getting into flow with it, we're going to focus on, I'm going to choose three and just allow yourself to really resonate with this. So make sure that you're in a space where you can really take this in and get in the feeling, begin to visualize how you would feel having these things, and know that no matter what situation you're in, like I've been in situations where I didn't have anywhere to go. I didn't have, anyone else to lean on, but I had my faith. I had God, and I've been able to overcome so many different things. And so I'm here to share this insight with you as well. There's miracle power in your faith and in God, and that God essence of yourself. Because Spirit wants us to understand that we are an aspect of God too, in human form. All right, so let's go ahead. So this divine love foresees everything and richly provides for me. I'm gonna say this 3 times each. Divine love foresees everything and richly provides for me. Divine love foresees everything and richly provides for me. Okay. My life is guided by divine intelligence. My life is guided by divine intelligence. My life is guided by divine intelligence. And lastly, we're going to go with, I give my full attention to positive, creative, dynamic powers of God right here, right now. I erase all illusions and beliefs that obstruction exists, and relax and establish divine order in me now. I give my full attention to the positive, creative, dynamic powers of God right here, right now. I erase all illusions and beliefs that obstruction exists, and relax and establish divine order in me now. One more time. I give my full attention to the positive, creative, dynamic powers of God right here, right now. I erase all illusions and beliefs that obstruction exists and relax and establish divine order now. Before we close this off, I want to share something else in regard to this. All right. I want to share this small part. So, when you strongly imagine something, you make an impression on your spiritual fabric of life. That impression has the immediate effects of moving towards materialization. If this image is consistently and constantly reinforced, it cannot help but eventually become reality. Realizations are actually God's attribute of divine sight, acting in through the mind. The power of creative visualization exists at all levels of activity, from the simplest creative acts to the greatest inventions or works of art. The universe itself was created for an envisioned divine idea. So when you are consciously picturing in your mind a desire or a wish that you want fulfilled, you are using the most powerful tools of creative invention that exists. So if this and this is ranging from so many different factions. So this could be in regard to love, your SP, your DM, your F. This could be in regard to your wealth, your career. This could be in regard to your family dynamic. This could be in regard to your health. This is going to encompass everything. Like, just speak it, speak your affirmations, hold the vision, actually visualize yourself how you would feel experiencing your wish fulfillment, even as it is right now, and watch your life shift for the better. Until next time, I invite you to By Fire and Thrive. I am Luke MTV 1111 Divine Light Oracle.